toddy, gosh almighty, who the heck are they? Hey, flim, flam, bim, bam, Ole Miss. By golly, and welcome to the Hemingway Stadium where the Rebels are ready to take the field. What a scene this is, a veritable cavalcade of colors, stripe after stripe that they hope leaves the visitors dizzy. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida Gators, taking on a team from the SEC, the Ole Miss Rebels. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Rebels will kick it away to start us off. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Quick pass on the jet motion. Smashes through. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Both these teams just outside the top 25 and really needing to win a game like this to vault their way into the rankings.
And it's just amazing winning a game like this, what it can do for your program, right? Recruiting, your confidence, everything is better when you've got the number beside your name. And David, one of these two teams is going to get that number if they pull out the win.
No doubt, and you continue to start the season off and build, right? Because you started with preseason, and you start with getting into the year, and now you're starting to build and build and build and build that momentum. Getting a win against a really good team, finding out who you are, can set the tone for your season.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking for a deep man. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
And the Gators are moving quickly down the field. They'll try the run. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 4th.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Tackled, but he has a 1st down. The Gator ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
Yeah, and we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really cooking, they've got some good backs. They've got some good balance, but they've got some physicality, and that's what you want to see from this unit.
Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
I love offensive coordinators. They're not afraid to be aggressive early in games. And how about that? Dialing up a shot right away in the first series, trying to seize the momentum.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. To the ground with the back. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Florida!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. Oh, and the extra point is blocked. They marched 78 yards down the field, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. Getting the extra point block soured that touchdown drive just a bit, but they'll line up to kick it off. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. First down here for the offense. Direct snap. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Line getting set on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Tosses to the quarterback. Feeling some heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Rebels decide to punt it away. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top.
Catch and stride inside the 15. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Nowhere to run on that when he loses 4 on the carry. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Got his man on the right. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one, too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their...
And it's blocked. He's got a chance to take this one back. They throw it in reverse as that's the final play here in the first period.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Florida 12, Ole Miss 0.
Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep.
Kick this one away.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together.
Hit the afterburners, kid. The 30. At the 20. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then it shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Lining up to add another. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Texas State has the lead right now. San Marcos has been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over the Coyotes. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They're trying to get to him. Gets rid of it. It's complete to the right.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Wants to fire on second down. Finds the tight end. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and you add the answer to the test right there.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles. He can pass block. Also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. The give. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last one.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. The give to the back. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Here comes the 2-point try. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The 2-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
And the Rebels with the 1st and 10. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Fires on the move. It's caught. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
The defense's head may still be spinning. They're just outside the red zone now. 1st and 10 from the 22. Quarterback will audible. Going up top on first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wide out in motion. The run from the shotgun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Fast motion from the offense. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on 4th down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 4th down, going to the air. Finds him out of the backfield. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
All kinds of time before he fires right. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
I tell you what, to get home to the quarterback and force pressure while just rushing 3 allows your back end to cover so much space. Now you got 8 guys in coverage. It makes you really dynamic in the back end of your defense.
DBs will try to keep everything in front. Motion from the offense. He's going to pass on second down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Hey, listen, quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Getting some heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Wants to bring it back. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Off the play fake on first down. Dances away from the heat. Complete to the right. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. It's good. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The kickoff unit about to go to work.
Set to advance on the play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
Get set, get set. Cut it, cut it. Hawk, hawk.
The back goes in motion. On second down, they'll take to the air. Got his man all by himself. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
42 spy
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Going to the ground. At the 45 on its way. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
They'll go with a direct snap. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3.
6-9-1, Gators far.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Inside the 25. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
The Rebels will line it up on 1st and 10.
29 Philly. 2-9
Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the right. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal.
Lasso. Cut.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Fires a bullet, now it's picked off. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Not only do they get the interception, but they're able to get a huge return. Remember, this team practices this all week, right? Once they get the interception, they've got guys turning their heads, and they're looking for blocks. They're looking for people to get a hat on down the field. And with that INT, they now flip it. That could be a big point swing in this game.
They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Running to the left. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Gator! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
Two-point conversion attempt is on the way.
Come on, set.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. And they'll knock him down.
I'll tell you, it's tough to complete 2-point conversions. Obviously, very small windows to throw into. Couldn't come away with that one. Let's see how that affects the outcome.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Now on the counter. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And they say a quarterback's best friend is a good run game and a good running back. I think he agrees. Over 150 yards on the day. I don't even think I need a quarterback the way he's been running the football all game long.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll try to get the first through the air, using the quick game. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
Here comes the offense on second down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
The snap sets up the throw. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. It falls incomplete, and we'll change ends of the field to get things started back up.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Florida 24, Ole Miss 10.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Caught by the receiver. Gain of 23 on the play.
It's first down from the 37-yard line. He wants to throw. Just a little off. Incomplete. After misfiring, it's second down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is a exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
They'll throw it on first down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Trying to find his man in the middle. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
They're testing the right side here. At the 40, there he goes. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
The give to the back. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
Ooh, you're living dangerously now. You've got the lead late in the game. Don't do anything to turn it over. They almost did throwing it there. If I'm the head coach now, I'm thinking, man, let's just run the ball.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Trying to get to it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping them up and getting to the ground.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Florida Atlantic is trailing right now, and I know it may look bleak, but this team needs to regroup, remind itself it's at home, and remember just how quickly things can change. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to San Diego State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Open runway ahead. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. And the Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll go to the air. Got out of trouble and throws. And they will score! Touchdown, Rebels! He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the foot.
He tries to take the top off. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Florida! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. Now the two-point conversion attempt is coming. Powers forward. Into the end zone he goes for the 2, and now they lead by 3 possessions. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work.
Razor. Get set, get set.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers.
Lion. Go.
Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Bunch formation, trying to confuse the secondary.
Here we go.
He's looking to pass. Unloads to the right. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He'll try to take it back. Oh, that was a terrific return as he takes it to the 9.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job.
Touchdown, Gators! And the route is on.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end. But all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
17.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Buys a little time. And he was winding his way all over the backfield, staying alive, and finally he goes down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Wide out in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
The Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
He's going to let it go. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but like, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but like, let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch past the sticks. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that...
And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
Let's go.
The give on the inside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. 1st down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Got it, looking for a 1st. Touchdown, Florida! And the stomping has commenced.
Number 8.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he knocks this one through, and that's been anything but easy for this kicker. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Florida 50, Ole Miss 17.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. The defense will take a timeout. 25 seconds left to play. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can.
Running toward the tape. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Fast motion from the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Inside the 40. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. After this, it'll be a wrap. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Quarterback checking off. To the air on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. When you know you have a team out of class, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.